guys. How are you doing? Don't mind me. I'm just sweeping. Sweeping, it's my new favorite thing to do. I love sweeping. I just can't get enough sweeping. Do you guys like sweeping? I bet you guys enjoy sweeping just as much as I do. Love sweeping. Hopefully we can sweep again tonight, boys. How's it going there, boys? Get settled on into another episode of Winning Bets. Appreciate you guys kicking off another morning with me here. I'm, of course, Jason Mattis, giving you guys free sports picks every single day. Let's talk some sports. Let's talk some sports betting. Let's go ahead and start it off, though, by recapping yesterday. And, of course, we get to ring that cash register because we went 2-0 and had ourselves another nice sweep at plus 1.64 units. Absolutely love to see that right there and love ringing that cash register as well. Want to talk about those two cashes. Benfica, first half team total over 0.5 goals. So obviously just looking for Benfica to go ahead, and score a goal at some point in the first half. Boy, I thought we got a dramatic cash in the first couple minutes of that match, but VAR overruled that one. But we watched that match on TikTok Live and Benfica was all over Bruges. I mean, just absolutely all over them. Just like what happened apparently in the first leg. I didn't watch the first leg. I saw the highlights and looked at the stats and stuff. But it looked like the second leg, played out. And we were a little nervous, taking maybe like a full game team total, thinking maybe Benfica would back off come second half. And they just straight up kicked their ass to the tune of 5-1. And we actually got two cashes in that game. If you hung out with me on TikTok Live, we live bet the first half over at plus money. So we got, with one goal, we got two great cashes. Love to see that right there. And then our other cash of the day yesterday was Chelsea on that money line. And I put that little face in there with the tongue sticking out the money just because I just took so much shit on that pick. And it just I always feels good getting all the picks right, but it feels good, getting that one right when it seemed like I was a little bit in the minority there, with taking Chelsea. And I think you've seen it now. You've seen two straight times with Chelsea versus Dortmund. Chelsea's been the better team. Chelsea deserved to go through. They were the better team in both matches. Now, that being said, just like Chelsea was unable to score a goal when they were the better team, Dortmund wasn't the better team yesterday. But if you're a Dortmund backer, I think you deserved the goal yesterday. I thought Dortmund's chances were good enough, and maybe that finishes 2-1 and then goes to extra time, which I had people ask me, why aren't we just on Chelsea to advance at plus money? Extra time, penalty kicks, just remove all that goofiness. If you like the team to win, just bet them to win the match, and that's what we did. So love to see Chelsea. Love it for the Premier League, obviously, and love it for Chelsea too, right? I mean, being a Premier League supporter, it's when the good teams are clicking, and it makes it more of an enjoyable watch on Saturday and Sunday when I'm watching half a dozen or to 8 games throughout those 2 mornings. So love to see it, Chelsea. Good work. You're on to the quarterfinals of the Champions League. You got it done 2-0, and nobody's talking about Graham Potter getting fired anymore, which I love to see that, because I'm a Graham Potter supporter, so I like to see that as well. You obviously see on the recap there, we did not get on our Walker Kessler play. He bowed out of the contest due to illness a few hours before that match, so that's why we go 2-0 as opposed to 3-0. So anyways, good little day there at plus 1.64 units. Then we also brings our total to the week at plus 4.77 units. I love to see that right there. And you can see yesterday, a good little day of arbitrage money. Not only did we have a couple opportunities to make arbitrage bets and, of course, put free money in your pocket, but we actually used some of that money, and we got a hit on João Murillo and João Felix. We did a little parlay of each one of those guys that hit the target. They both certainly did that. So that's how we've got, we make about $16. Some of it was from earning money, but then again, some of it was just putting in good work and putting in a good bet. So we'll go ahead and spend some of that today now that we're over the $10 threshold. What does DraftKings do every day? They, of course, do that same game parlay, risk-free. So we'll, of course, get in a $10 same game parlay over on DraftKings today and see if we can't go back-to-back days on trying to flip that money. But hit that like button if you're a part of that sweep. That's what makes me most proud and most happy is you guys, we've struggled, and now you guys are reaping the rewards and putting money in your pocket. And I love to see that right there. Let's hop on into that comment section, see what everybody's up to on a great Wednesday morning, because it is Wednesday. Love to see that right there. Tyler, what's up, man? What's going on, man? It's been a great week. Hey, let's keep it up. The lines are moving. Yeah, I saw that when I came back from school. I thought we're on some good plays, Tyler. That's why I sent those plays out via Twitter and didn't hold them back for this show. So not too surprising. Hopefully you still got a good line, and obviously look forward to seeing you at the cash counter a little bit later on. Yes, sir, Lucas. Yes, sir, Ross. Good morning, Brian. Let's get it. Corey, what's up, man? Let's go for that hat trick. Love that mindset, Corey. Love it. I got the broom. It's right there. It's within arm's reach, Corey. I'm not letting that thing get away from me. I'm putting in good quality bets. It feels good to just get rewarded. God, it's been a struggle. It feels good to, you're putting in still the same amount of goddamn work, and it just feels good. I can tell you right now, that Chelsea money line, I had more than a unit on it. I had a fair amount of money on that, and I know it was only a 1-unit play to you guys, but that's just because of the confidence, right? We're all humans. We have emotions. We have feelings, and it's been a struggle. I think I've won money 2 out of what it's been like 9 weeks. If that's like the other way where I've won money 7 of the 9 weeks, that's a multi-unit play. I mean, that's how much I love Chelsea on the money line. Confidence just wasn't quite flying, so it was just a 1-unit play. But I love Chelsea. So yeah, let's see if we can bring those brooms out, for another time. I'm gonna hold that question back there, Kamani. Let me let's talk first. First, let's go ahead and throw the soccer bets up that we're going to go ahead and roll with today. We're going to go ahead and roll this Tottenham to advance. And first, let's just talk about what they need to do to advance, and then we'll talk about can they advance. So what they need to do to advance, they, of course, go into the second leg against AC Milan down 0-1. They're 1-0, whatever you want to refer to it. They're down a goal. So to advance, they, or at least in full time, win the match by 2. If you win the match by 2 or more goals, you'll go ahead and advance. You'll have a greater aggregate over AC Milan, or just beat AC Milan by 1 goal, and then you go to extra time, and then you can win it, obviously, in extra time or penalty. So we need Tottenham to certainly win the game. Got to have a win. A draw or a loss doesn't do us any goddamn good. Got to win the game, and then it just comes down to whether or not they can get the job done in full time, or whether or not they need some extra time and some penalties away. So what do I like this bet? Obviously, we made this one, pre-leg 1. We made it, call it like a month before this leg even started. I still like it. Why do I like Tottenham today? Well, you got Conte's back in the dugout, and for those that don't know, Antonio Conte, he's been out for 3 weeks having surgery and recovering from that surgery. And I listened to the press conference with him, and I listened to the press conference with Son. Naturally, when you get the boss back around, the feelings are high, and I think that's going to give them a boost. So I love that Conte's back for this fixture, and a fixture that obviously is a must-win situation. So love that. Both teams are coming off a loss, so I wouldn't say there's great form either side. You heard yesterday people just saying Dortmund's 10 in a row. Everybody wanted to ignore the fact that Chelsea was better at Dortmund. They just kept saying Dortmund's the better team in form. Well, Chelsea had just come off a win, a much-needed win, and they had the confidence of outplaying them at Dortmund. So, but form for this one, I think, is about even because both of these teams coming off a loss. I would say this feels like Chelsea, though, in the fact that if Dortmund can win at home, why can't Chelsea win at home? If AC Milan can win at home, why can't Tottenham win at home? Now, you don't have the advantage of Tottenham was not better in Milan. Like, Chelsea was better in Dortmund. That's what gave me the confidence to put a lot of money on that because of how much Chelsea was better at Dortmund. That was not the case with Tottenham. They were not the better side. But remember what we talked about when we, before leg 1, we said if they lose by 1 goal, we're okay. That was the game where Bentancur's coming off the torn ACL. No Basuma, no Højbjerg. He was out due to yellow cards. They didn't have a midfield in that game. You know what I mean? And to only lose that by 1, I thought that was a very impressive performance. They get Højbjerg back in the lineup. Obviously, he's no longer suspended, so their midfield was, was a little bit stronger. So this feels like a Chelsea again. Even though they didn't dominate leg 1 like Chelsea did, they're coming home, and all they need to do is win the match, and I absolutely like that. If you have not tailed this bet, I actually wouldn't tail Tottenham to advance. People, again, asked me yesterday, why didn't you take Chelsea to advance? I already explained why. The same reason I don't like extra time and penalty kicks in that Chelsea match, I wouldn't tail this. I would do Tottenham money line. If you're like me and you kind of like Tottenham today, don't do them to advance. Don't do it. Remove the extra time and the penalty kicks because if they're going to advance, they have to win the match. So remove the goofiness and the randomness of penalty kicks and just take Tottenham on the money line if you haven't tailed this. Now, do you do 3 units? I wouldn't do 3 units. I would do 3 units with Chelsea because they were better than Dortmund in leg 1. Tottenham wasn't better. So if you want to tail, just tail Tottenham money line and just put a unit on it, and I think you'll be in a good spot to pick up a nice little cash. But otherwise, I still like this. Again, I think they get the job done. I think they get the job done here at home. Obviously, I hope they get it done in full time. That's to be determined. But I expect them to go ahead and get the win. So we'll go ahead and roll with Tottenham to advance at -1 12 for a 3-unit play. Now to come back here and circle up Kamani. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right, my man. Let's talk about this Bayern versus PSG game here for a second. I don't have a bet for this. I'm going to look to live bet it, and this will be an official play. I'm giving everybody enough advance notice of possibly live betting it. Why do I feel uncomfortable pre-match betting this? Watch the whole match, and to me, when Bayern dominates for 70 minutes like they did, remember PSG didn't have a shot in the first half. When Bayern dominates for 70 minutes, but then Mbappe gets subbed on in like minute 70 or 75, whatever it was, and the match flips completely, and then it was all PSG. Mbappe even scores, but obviously gets called back for offsides. I don't know. Now Mbappe is going to play the whole 90 minutes. If Bayern doesn't have an answer for Kylian Mbappe, they're going to be in trouble. I mean, you saw what he did for like 15, 20 minutes. He damn near changed that entire first leg. Now he's going to be on the pitch for 90 minutes. So I need to see how Bayern is going to defend Mbappe. They do get a little bit of an advantage because there's no Neymar, so you don't have to worry about Messi, Neymar, and Mbappe. You just have to worry about Mbappe and Messi, with Neymar obviously out for the rest of the season. But I just can't pre-match bet it just because of how dominant Bayern was, but then also how dominant PSG was. So I'm going to look to live bet it. If Bayern has the answer for Mbappe, then I'll feel confident back in Bayern. If they don't, then I'll probably feel like you guys out there, you guys probably like both teams scoring over 2.5. That's what everybody liked in leg one. I mean, how can you not like that again in leg two? How can you not like that in leg two, especially with PSG having, to go for it, although they're gonna go for it just because, they've got great attacking players, but at some point it's full on like you've got to go for it. I'm with you guys. Both teams scoring over 2.5. Looks and smells like the first bet. It didn't cash in leg one. But I would run it back. I mean, just on stats and what have you. But I'm gonna go ahead and lay off that. Look for me on Twitter. It's at Winning Bets Pod. It's at Winning Bets Pod. Hopefully after I would say 20-25 minutes, I've got a feel and I can feel like live betting it. It won't be forced, of course. If I don't live bet it, I don't live bet it. Like, I'm not in the game to force bets. Now to come back and circle your question, man, Kamani, Mbappe to score. How can you not love that bet? How can you not love that bet? I mean, you saw what he did in that 15, 20 minutes. He was the best player on that pitch and had Bayern scrambling in that last 15, 20 minutes. Again, he scores a goal. He's offsides by, the thickness of his toenail. I mean, it was very slim margins. But, you got to like Mbappe to contribute to a goal. So, I like that play, my man. I like that play as well. What's up, Jared? Good morning, my man. Good morning, Jared. Hope you're doing well. Good luck to PSG. I'm not on Bayern today or PSG, so I'm not don't really care. So at this moment, let's go PSG. That's completely fine with me. Tottenham is trash. Game is a tie. Okay, certainly an opinion. Spurs are definitely winning. I hear you right there. God, I really don't hope we aren't going into extra time, and definitely hope we don't go to penalties where penalties, it's not all randomness. I mean, there's certainly skill that goes into it, but there's so much damn randomness that I hope Spurs can just take care of business and get it done. So we'll see. Chelsea's not going to do great this year like last year. I would think of the teams that are sweating right now is Spurs, because you've got Liverpool and Chelsea on a little bit of an uptick here. Spurs are the team that's in trouble, and whether or not they can finish in the top four. Chelsea and Liverpool are getting hot at the right time. That's also the thing, guys. Like, when people were talking yesterday about Chelsea, Dortmund's won 10 games in a row. Chelsea's in bad form. Like, Chelsea's gonna play 55 games this season. Like, these aren't robots. Like, you can't bring your best performance for 55 straight games. We're not robots. We're human beings. You're going to have a dip in form. And look at your favorite NFL team. Did they go 17-0 this year? No, they did not. They couldn't bring their best performance for 17 straight games, just like Chelsea can't bring it for 55 games. There's going to be a natural dip in form. Then you add in a new manager. Then you add in half a dozen $300 million spent in January. It was always going to be a little bit of a rough period with Chelsea. Always going to. I think they're coming out of it. I'd be a little nervous fading Chelsea going forward. I think they're on their way to get back. What's your opinion on Man City to get past Leipzig next week? I think they get it done at home. I think it'll be another one where I would like the City team total. I haven't even dug into that because to your own point there, it is next week. But I'll have to look. I think, City a little team total kind of thing. They were in complete control that matchup other than Leipzig coming out of halftime and having that good 20-ish minute spell where they were able to get a goal. Are they going to be able to do that on the road without their supporters, without the backing of 80,000 people? I got time to dig into that match, but people always call me a Premier League homer. It's the best league. It's got some of the best teams in all of Europe. Yeah, I like Man City sitting here. Hopefully we'll be able to find us a play that can help put us some money in our pocket. The English teams are going through except Liverpool. Yeah, Liverpool is not going through. That's too much of a deficit. Yeah, they're not going through. AC Milan to tie and PSG to advance. Okay. All right. Good luck. Good luck. You was talking so much about Bayern last week. Messi and Mbappe are going to light it up. If I'm picking one of those teams, I'm taking Bayern. I mean, Bayern was the better team in leg one, and now they're at home. Of course, I still like Bayern. We cashed Bayern live money line last week, so I was spot on, or not last week, last leg, whenever the heck that was. So it's going to be a good game, and hopefully both teams will score, and over 2.5 can go ahead and hit, because I know a lot of people are more than likely on that bet. That is what I'm pulling for. You got PSG plus 400, and now it's plus 300. Nice. It seems like you got a great play. I love that, Jared. Love that. This Mbappe to score an assist is 14-1. No, it's not. Mbappe to score an assist is not 14-1. DK has a boost on Messi or Mbappe to score a goal at even money. One of those two guys is going to need to find the back of the net there, Ed. So I think if that's a play that you want to make, if PSG is going to have a chance, one of those two guys is going to have to find the back of the net. I mean, you know that just as much as everybody else knows that. So not a bad play. Not a bad play at all. What's up, Cole? Happy Wednesday. Damn, you're on a effing heater, man. I love to see what you're cranking out. Love that. I love that. Yeah, I don't think I'm being a clown, but I do. This is why we like sports. The shit talking, right? You like this, I like that, and then it's the good, friendly banter back and forth. I love it. That's part of the reason why we like sports, is to be able to shit talk and have a good time. So, Huss, what do you think that under 1.5 will be in the first half? Presumably you're talking about PSG Bayern. I think it could be sweaty as hell. It looks like it has goals like the first leg. The first leg obviously didn't play out like that, but I think you'll be in for a sweat doing under 1.5. But, it's just how you kind of see the game overall. You see goals, you see both teams will score kind of thing, but it could be like leg one. So remind you guys, what was the two things in leg one everybody liked? PSG Bayern and Dortmund Chelsea. Everybody was on both teams scoring over 2.5, and a lot of people obviously lost. So hopefully that doesn't happen this week, and people can obviously put the money in their pocket. You don't have to send me a picket. Whatever book gave you Mbappe to score assist at 1,400 is not going to be in business very long. And if you were able to take advantage of that, obviously that's outstanding. That book's not going to be in business very long. I would throw all my goddamn cash on that, just because. Let's go look at DraftKings real quick. So you got a bet that's at 14-1, which, outstanding. I mean, absolutely outstanding. We'll just do DraftKings. That bet is minus 110 on DraftKings. Yeah, whatever book gave you 14-1, throw all your money on it, because they're about to go bankrupt. They're about to go bankrupt. 14-1 for Mbappe to score an assist. That's absolutely unreal. Love that. Hope you deserve to get cashed on that one, Jared. Love to see it. All right, guys, let's go ahead and keep this conversation going. Let's go ahead and talk some NBA. First, let's do these over-unders. Celtics, Blazers. I got Celtics by 6, total of 230. Heat, Cavs. I got a total of 220. The line opened at 214. You're now seeing, I saw 215. Do you still see that? You still see 215. So people agree with me that the over, and normally you would think, well, this is a play where you're clearly going to give out the over, right? Over 214 or over 215. You've got it scored at 220. That's a big enough discrepancy. Now go look at the head-to-head. The head-to-head doesn't jive with the numbers. So that just makes me awfully, awfully goddamn nervous that it's staying well under, even though it's projected to go over. You see the line moving accordingly, right? It opened at this number. It's only moving up. I can't quite get there, but while we're talking about it, let's stay here. And we talked about making a same-game parlay that's risk-free over at DraftKings. I'm going to take the over 213.5. That's what it was at when I got up this morning. So I'm taking the over 213.5. I'm taking Heat plus 6.5. I got the game scored 110 to 110. Feels like a true on coin flip. Give me the home team. Give me points. And then within that game, Darius Garland should just be a nice day for him to have some amount of assists, and I think he can get over 4.5. So this will be, of course, risk-free over at DraftKings, over 213, Heat plus 6.5, and Garland to have over 4.5 assists, and hopefully we can add that to the arbitrage bankroll. Nuggets Spurs, I've got Nuggets by 7, total of 229, Books are spot on with that one. I think I saw the line was like -8. I've got a 7-point spread. You could maybe take a stab at the over. I think I saw the over was at 225. I'm going to go ahead and leave it. And then Raptors Clippers. Give me Clippers by 2 with a total of 223. Give me Clippers by 2 with a total of 223. All right, let's go ahead and talk some props. So we are going to go ahead and bet the NBA tonight. We're just not going to do any over-unders or spreads. We're going to do 3 player props and 3 guys that you guys know quite well. You guys knew these goddamn bets were coming as long as they were good betting spots. We're not blindly betting this stuff because what do you not see on here? You do not see Isaac Okoro, which is, I thought, pre-research, okay, we'll go ahead and take him, right? They're playing the Heat. He'd have a good defense. They don't defend the small forward position all that great. They're average to end of the back third in terms of worst defending the small forward position, so we don't force bets. So no Isaac Okoro, but we do love Fred VanVleet. Over 7.5 assists. Got it at plus money last time. The books are catching up. I think it's only a matter of time if he cashes tonight. Don't be surprised if you start to see 8.5. Why are you going to potentially see 8.5 soon? Well, he's on a 6-0 run. We, of course, know that from, Monday's cash. When he was 5-0, he got a cash. He's, of course, 6-0 with the new lineup there with Jakob Poeltl in the starting lineup. Clippers are bottom 10, though, in assists allowed. So this isn't as good as against the Nuggets, right? It can't be as good against the Nuggets because what were the Nuggets? Dead last. So it's not as good, but we're getting the Clippers in the bottom 10 of the league in terms of assists allowed to the point guard position. They allow 8.3 per game, and in the last 14 days, it's up to 11.2. So it's trending in the right direction. We're in the bottom third of the entire NBA in defending the point guard position. And then a little bit of a bonus is look at how they defend the point guard position. Tough from points, but they do really weak at assists. So you get he should struggle to score. So hopefully that means he's a facilitator like he's been lately. And then we go ahead and cash the over assists. So we'll go ahead and do Fred VanVleet over 7.5 assists. More point guard talk. Chris Paul. Hell, everybody knew this bet was coming. We've talked about this. Again, similar to Fred VanVleet, though. Are we forcing it? Are we blindly betting it? No. He's got another tough matchup. Should be difficult for him to score the bucket. Hopefully Thunder obviously don't rest starters. If we get news that, they're resting their guys on the back end of back-to-back, maybe we're in a little bit of a trouble. But as it is now, he's got a tough matchup to score, but he should be able to get assists because that's what they allow point guards to do. And also you get the bonus of Kevin Durant's home debut. And doesn't that smell like just feed the man on his home debut? Just give him the ball and let him go for 30. I bet you're going to see that play today. If I take a guess now and a little bit later on social media platforms, Kevin Durant over his point total, my guess is going to be a pretty goddamn popular play. Workhorse going to do Chris Paul. He gets a tough matchup to score. He should be able to score. It's been treating us good. He's gone under in 3 straight. In every game since Kevin Durant's been involved, he's gone under 11.5 points. So we'll bet it accordingly at plus money over on Bet Rivers. And then Jamal Murray. Boy, last time we bet him on Friday, he burned us and we lost on the hook. Hopefully we can get a little bit better fortune this time. But just another tough matchup, Another tough matchup. A good spot for him to have an assist against the Bulls. And the Bulls rank in the top 5 in defending the point guard position in terms of points and field goal percentage. So should have a really tough night scoring, but should have himself a good night, getting assists. So we obviously bet that one according. Just a good defense here from the Chicago Bulls in that point guard position. So be cool to us, Jamal Murray. Don't kill us there on the hook like you did on Friday night. So we'll take him under 21.5 points at -115. And that is how we'll roll out I did think the best spread tonight was Blazers plus 10.5, if anybody is curious. Blazers plus 10.5. Again, I've got them only losing by 6, so 10.5 is pretty good. I'm not quite going to I'm just not quite going to get there in terms of betting it, but that is what I like. I've seen comments roll on by, so let's get these notes out of the way and let's scroll back up here and see what we got. Assists and to score is the bet. Oh, assist and score, not or. Wow, yeah, you're right. I read that wrong. Wow, 14-1. Okay. He's got to get a goal and assist. Okay, I mean, that's probably worth the stab because he's going to do one of the two. I would agree, Jared. He's probably going to get one of the two. So now you need the other one for then 14-1. I like it. I like it. I like it. $10 pays out 150. Yeah, no, I like it. I like it. You took Messi and Mbappe boost. You couldn't help it. I hear you, Lee. I hear you. I mean, if PSG is going to have a chance to come back and beat Bayern, one of those guys, I think that's a great boost. I think DraftKings could potentially be doling out a lot of millions of dollars today. That's going to be, I think that's a good boost. I mean, simply put, I do think that's a good boost. He even took Messi to score an assist at 9-1. Okay. Fifth like is me. Okay. Appreciate the like. Appreciate the like. Any NHL. Just didn't work out today, Brian. More juicy stuff. And you know what? We talked about yesterday, just as good as getting winning bets is avoiding losses. That guy for the Penguins we talked about yesterday, Richard Raquel, he didn't go over. He lost on the hook. I'm not paying minus 175 in a parlay when, you know, it's obviously not my strong suit at all, even though I think we've been successful betting NHL shots on goal. It's just all too damn juicy, Brian. It's just all too juicy. They've kind of killed that market. They force you to make parlays, which parlays are tough as hell. It's hard to predict one single goddamn thing to go your way. Now you're trying to predict multiple goddamn things to go your way. And, of course, that's tough. So we laid off of it last night, and I think it's going to be the same way tonight. I'm not interested in dropping in two minus 180 plays, and I'm not doing it. But, yeah. So no NHL, though, Brian. Now, that being said, if there's a same-game parlay risk-free, we got an extra cash. Maybe we do something risk-free, but I'm not anticipating that. I'll just kind of – I've spent more time researching the NBA, so I'd rather just kind of wait till tomorrow's DraftKings, another $10 risk-free, and, you know, take another stab at that than at NHL, where I really don't know a goddamn thing about the NHL. So that's how we'll roll. I did get a couple questions on Twitter yesterday from people, so I'll just say it now. People want to know if I'm going to bet the World Baseball Classic. It doesn't last long enough for how I go about handicapping baseball. By the time there's enough data to crunch, the tournament's close to wrapping up. So you won't find me betting the World Baseball Classic. And the first person who actually asked was even how I knew the whole goddamn tournament was starting. Like I'm not gotten into baseball mode yet. I'm not there yet. I'm still in soccer and basically NBA mode. I didn't even know the damn thing was going on, to be quite honest. So if you want to enjoy the World Baseball Classic and bet it, I of course wish you good luck. Let's go ahead and end it right there. Everybody got that broom handy? Everybody got that broom handy? What's your favorite Champions League? I'm still not gonna jump off the horse. I said it after leg one. I said the three best teams were Real Madrid, Bayern. Who did I put in there? Oh, and I said Napoli. I'm still gonna stick to Napoli. In terms of, you know, like if you've got a free bet, that's where the good value is. I mean, Napoli's whipping ass in every competition. Nobody's taking them serious, so you can get a good price on Napoli. But I would put it at Bayern, Napoli, or Real Madrid. Simply put. Yeah, trust me. When it's time to get dialed into baseball, everybody knows. I'll take that shit more than serious. I'll get dialed into baseball at the appropriate time, but that time is not quite come. You like Manchester City? You know me, I'm the Premier League homer. It's hard for me not to like Man City. So let's get past Leipzig, and then, yeah, maybe that top three reshuffles. Ask me that, Jared, next week after leg 2. See if my top 3 is the same as it was after leg 1. Potentially it could change. We'll just have to see. All right, we're going to go ahead and throw that comment back up. We want to go ahead and keep these brooms near. I've got mine near. I'm looking to go sweeping for the 3rd time this week, 3 times in a row. Hit that like button for some positive vibes. I wish you guys a good, happy Wednesday. Enjoy your day. Good luck with all your bets. Wish we could hang out on TikTok Live, but I got banned again for illegal activities. I don't know what guns or drugs I'm promoting on TikTok Live, but somebody believes I am and is snitching me out to TikTok, so I've been banned now for another week. So won't be able to hang out and watch today's games, unfortunately, again, but enjoy them in the comfort of your space. Good luck with your bets. We'll see you guys back here tomorrow. Have a good one, fellas.